Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's third down. Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off-kilter there when he threw that.
I think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there, 75 yards, and the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's Jackson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. from 21 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Bortles now on first down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go.
A first carry for Rn4emp. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate Dalvin alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Move. Lucy.
Throwing is Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They do go for it. It's Bortles. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. It's all right.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Bortles. And that is incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
11B, 11B. Lucy.
They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are in for 6. And his kick is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Bortles now on first down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jack Crawford breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Bortles. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And the Jaguars send out their punter, Justin Hardy, deep for Atlanta. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted. But he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Second and 10 now. Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third and 1, Ryan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Hey, while we've got a second, let's talk rookie running backs. Obviously, the headliner is Saquon Barkley, but there's a lot of good other backs in this class, are there not?
There certainly are, and there was a surprise first-round pick to many people out of San Diego State named Rashad Penny that went to Seattle. They're trying to recreate that strong running game that they had that powered them to 2 Super Bowl appearances. How about Royce Freeman in Denver? A big-time pickup out of the University of Oregon. They expect him to be the lead runner when the season begins. He'll get every opportunity to do that. Kerryon Johnson in Detroit, out of Auburn. They haven't had a running game since I can't remember, and they need to take some pressure off of Matthew Stafford. Maybe Kerryon Johnson can power them that way. How about a couple below-the-radar guys? Chris Warren is leading the NFL in rushing after 2 weeks. Undrafted out of Texas, running the ball well for Oakland. And if John Kelly can step in and give them some good play in Los Angeles, they've got great insurance for Todd Gurley, who, of course, is their lead back.
A lot of good ones. Of course, the class would have been even better had Darius Geis not gone down with that ACL injury. Tough break for Washington.
372.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hey, let's go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Here's about the 5. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Tuesday.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
A final shot before half for Bortles. Looking long into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. That's fielded in the end zone. Dances by him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's Coleman on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
To throw is Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
4th down. Here's Ryan. Now he'll escape to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Let's go. 21. Get out, Hunt.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Get up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Back now here on EA Sports.
Get up.
On 1st down, Ryan. And his pass incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Again, Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 40 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Lucy.
Now Bortles. Got to have this one. Wide open receiver complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him. And they did.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Ryan. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ballgame. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing now is Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Lucy, Lucy. Spread right, 72.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a desperation throw deep, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now Ryan. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want